Hello and welcome to Leeroy Gaming, where today we continue our coverage of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous that is currently in beta format. And in today's deep dive video, we're going to be looking at the Oracle class as well as all of its related subclasses. Now, if you're new to my videos, you're going to notice they're really in-depth and they're quite long. So to help you out, I've provided extensive timestamps below in the description, so make sure you take advantage of those. If you are enjoying this content, make sure to like, subscribe. Also, leave a comment if you have any questions, recommendations, or if there's a class that I haven't covered yet and you'd like to see it next, drop a comment with that request. More often than not, I tend to listen and prioritize that what my viewers are enjoying. Now, one last thing about the formatting. We're going to start with the core Oracle class. Within it, we're going to go over each feature in depth. When we get to the subclasses, there will be some features that are repeats of the base class. In those cases, I will mention them and then reference the first section. So if you want the in-depth information on the base information that is repeated, you're going to want to reference the core Oracle part of the video. Anything that is new, of course, I will go in depth on. So just remember that format as we move forward. Now, with all that being covered now, let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the Oracle base class. So let's take a look here. The Oracle base class, although the gods work through many agents, perhaps none is more mysterious than the Oracle. These divine vessels are granted powers without their choice, selected by providence to wield powers that even they do not fully understand. Unlike a cleric who draws her magic through devotion to a deity, oracles garner strength and power from many sources, namely those patron deities who support their ideals. Instead of worshiping a single source, oracles tend to venerate all of the gods that share their beliefs. While some see powers of the oracle as a gift, others view them as a curse, changing the life of the chosen in unforeseen ways. So let's look at the features now. The first unique feature that you're going to see here is called Revelation. So at first level, third level, and every 4 levels thereafter, 7th, 11th, and so on, an oracle uncovers a new secret about her mystery that grants her powers and abilities. The oracle must select a revelation from the list of revelations available to her mystery. If a revelation is chosen at a later level, the oracle gains all of the abilities and bonuses granted by that revelation based on her current level. Unless otherwise noted, activating the power of revelation is a standard action. Unless otherwise noted, the DC to save against these revelations is equal to 10 plus half the oracle level plus the oracle's charisma modifier. You're also going to get an oracle's curse. So each oracle is cursed, but this curse comes with a benefit as well as a hindrance. Choice is made at first level, and once made, it cannot be changed. The oracle's curse cannot be removed or dispelled without the aid of a deity. An oracle's curse is based on her oracle level, plus 1 for every 2 levels or hit dice other than oracle. The oracle proficiencies are they're proficient of all simple weapons, light armor, medium armor, and shields, except tower shields. You're also going to get the aforementioned mystery. So each oracle draws upon a divine mystery to grant her spells and powers. This mystery also grants additional class skills and other special abilities. This mystery can represent a devotion to one ideal, prayers to deities that support the concept, or a natural calling to a champion a cause. Regardless of its source, the mystery manifests in a number of ways as the oracle gains levels. An oracle must pick one mystery upon taking her first level of oracle. Once made, this choice cannot be changed. At second level and every 2 levels after, an oracle learns an additional spell derived from her mystery. And the additional spells are noted here. In addition to the spells gained by oracles as they gain levels, each oracle also adds all of either the cure spells or the inflict spells to her list of spells known. Cure spells include all spells with the cure in the name. Inflict include all spells with inflict in the names. These spells are added as soon as the oracle is capable of casting them. The choice is made when the oracle gains her first level, and it cannot be changed. So lots of very unique elements here. Now, in this video, I will be doing a very quick preview and run through of these, but these are all interrelated and there are a lot of options. So I will be creating a separate video that's going to cover mysteries, oracle curses, and revelations. So do look for that second video coming out soon. And here, as part of the progression, as you see here, are the different revelations you're going to get as you level up. And at level 20, you get something called Final Revelation. An oracle learns the final revelation about her mystery, granting her amazing powers and abilities. The nature of these bonuses depends upon the oracle's mystery. So this is the most straightforward, but again, don't let this fool you. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look at what some of those options are. So I'm just going to quickly randomly select what I need to get to that section. Random feat. No background to keep it simple. Okay, and here are the curses. Okay, so I will in a separate video read through all of them, but for now I'm just going to click through them. So there's Blackened, Demonic, Hellhound, Lame, Plagued, Powerless Prophecy, Pranked, Wasting, and Wolf Scarred Face. So lots of options on the curses. Now the mysteries, there's quite a few of these as well. There's Ancestor, Battle, Bones, Flame, Life, Nature, Stone, Waves, and Wind. And again, remember, this will impact not only what these bonuses are, but also what spells are going to be available to you. And then Revelations, there's quite a few of them. Again, quick preview for you right now. Air Barrier, Lightning Breath, Spark Skin, Touch of Electricity, Vortex Spells, Acid Skin, Armor of Bones, Battle Cry, Battlefield Clarity, Blizzard, Blood of Heroes, Bounded Mount, Burning Magic, Channel, Cinder Dance, Cloudbring Strike, Combat Healer, Death Touch, Enhanced Cures, Erosion Touch, Fire Breath, Firestorm, Fluid Nature, Form of Flame, Freezing Spells, Friend to Animal, Heat Aura, Ice Armor, Icy Skin, Invisibility, Repeated, Iron Skin, Life Leech, Life Sense, Maneuver Mastery, Mighty Pebble, Molten Skin, Nature's Whisper, Near Death, Phantom Touch, Punitive Transformation, Resist Life, Sacred Council, Safe Curing, Shared Explosion, Skill at Arms, Soul Siphon, Spirit Boost, Spirit Shield, Spirit Walk, Spirit Nature, Spirit of the Warrior, Stone Stability, Storms of Souls, Thunder Burst, Touch of Acid, Touch of Flame, War Sight, Weapon Mastery, and Wintry Touch. So that was long, and that was just a preview. So as you can imagine, the full video is going to be quite extensive. But again, to keep this video from getting ridiculously long, I have again decided to make a separate video for these elements. So do look for that shortly. And then you're going to notice here also, let's say I pick Vortex Spells. There's going to be an additional spell option here. You can either get your cure spells or inflict spells. So whether you want to gain all of the offensive or defensive options, and then you're going to be getting to choose your first level spells as well. Well, your level zeros and your level ones. You get all of your level zeros, like cantrip equivalents. Yeah, here's a quick look at just the level 1 available spells at level 1. Bane, Bless, Cause Fear, Command, Cure Light Wound, Divine Favor, Doom, Fire Belly, Haze of Dreams, Inflict Light Wounds, Magic Weapon, Protection from Alignment, Ray of Sickening, Remove Fear, Move Sickness, Shield of Faith, Stunning Barrier, Summon Monster 1, and Unbreakable Heart. So very kind of standard spell options for level 1 here that you will get And these are shared, I believe, with the cleric spellbooks. All right. So that, at its core, is the Oracle class. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the subclasses. This one's making me perched. A lot of talking. All right, gentlemen. The first subclass is the Divine Herbalist. So, Divine Herbalists practice an obscure alchemical art which involves medical and restorative techniques that transcend ordinary alchemy, allowing them to blur the line between alchemical medicines and divine miracles. So, let's see what's the same and what's different. You're still going to get an Oracle Curse. Your Oracle proficiencies are the same. You're still going to get your additional option of spells, either Inflict or Cures. You're still going to get your Mystery. But now you're going to get something called Master Herbalist. So a Divine Herbalist has mastered countless alchemical techniques that supplement her divine powers and greatly aid her when she heals the sick and wounded. She gains a competence bonus on lore nature checks equal to 1/2 her Oracle level, minimum 1, and uses her Charisma modifier in place of her Wisdom modifier when attempting lore nature checks. The ability replaces the additional class skills the Oracle gains from her Mystery. So there is a sacrifice there. And there's also an ability called Healer's Way. A Divine Herbalist combines alchemy, acupuncture, and divine magic to heal wounds by touch. She can use this ability number of times per day equal to 1 plus her Charisma modifier. With one use of this ability, she uses positive energy to heal the target of 1d6 hit points for every 2 Oracle levels she has. Using this ability as a standard action unless the Oracle targets herself, in which case it's a swift action. Ability counts as a Paladin's Lay on Hands ability for the purpose of feats, spells, and effects that work with that class feature when it's used for healing purposes. Unlike Lay on Hands, the ability cannot be used to harm undead. This ability replaces the revelation gained at first level. So, yet another way to heal. Which is pretty cool. Being able to mimic basically Lay on Hands, a slightly weaker, I guess, version since it can't damage undead. And then you get the innate ability to brew potions. So it allows you to brew potions of spells up to 3rd level during camping. That is a new feature that's been implemented. It's still a work in progress right now. But just like you can make scrolls at the campfire and cook, you can also now brew potions. And as we see here, you're going to have some revelations. You've sacrificed the level 1 version. Then at level 7, you get Master Healing Technique. So whenever a Divine Herbalist heals a living creature with her Healer's Way ability, that's the Lay on Hand kind of variant. As a free action, she can attempt a lore nature check to remove certain conditions from the target, with each condition set having an accompanying lore nature DC. See below. Failure by 5 or more causes the target to become sickened for 1 hour. If the Divine Herbalist is attempting to remove the sickened condition, this extends it by 1 round. Similarly, failure by 10 or more instead causes the target to become nauseated for 1 round, or have its existing nauseated condition extended by a round. Creature that cannot be sickened or nauseated cannot have conditions removed by this ability. So minor conditions are DC 20, fatigued, shaken, sickened. Major conditions DC 25 are dazed and staggered. Severe conditions DC 30, confused, exhausted, frightened, nauseated. Dire conditions DC 35, blinded, paralyzed, and stunned. And this replaces the revelations gained at 7th level. So you basically get this special Lay on Hand variants. You sacrifice the level 1 and level 7 revelations. And notice this Master Healing Technique is very much like a weaker version of Mercy, because you could technically fail, but you don't have to select multiple mercies as you level up to get these effects. You just have a different DC check depending on what you're trying to get rid of. But really, really cool. And then it looks like you still have Final Revelation at level 20. So really kind of cool earth healing type kind of vibe here for an Oracle. So if you're looking for a different take on a healer, here you go. So that is Divine Herbalist. Next, we're going to have Enlightened Philosopher. So, here we go. The Enlightened Philosopher seeks enlightenment through compassion, moderation, and humility. By following her philosophy's teachings, the Enlightened Philosopher seeks to reach enlightenment and become one of the universe. Interesting. So, you still get your revelation at level 1. You still get your Oracle's Curse. Same Oracle proficiency. So again, make sure to check out the base Oracle class for everything so far. You still get your additional spells, either Cure or Inflict. You still get your Mystery. But then it looks like the first thing you get here is a skill-focused Knowledge World. Gain a +3 bonus on all checks involving Knowledge World. If you have 10 or more ranks in Knowledge World, this bonus increases to +6. And then at level 7, you're going to have your first variant, Mental Acuity. Your exploration into the secret mysteries of the world granted your preternatural understanding of all things. That's a new vocabulary word for today. And you just keep getting smarter. You gain +1 inherent bonus to intelligence upon taking this revelation, and another at every third Oracle level gained thereafter. Wow. That's actually really cool. You just get a natural intelligence scaling, and then you can, of course, you could pump up your intelligence some more if you wanted to, a level 4, 8, etc. But then again, because you're an Oracle, you still need wisdom. So it's kind of like a hybrid. This is a way to get intelligence when normally you would want to be using a combination of wisdom and charisma. So charisma for the saves, or for the DC checks to make them tougher to resist. Obviously, wisdom for spell elements, and now intelligence for knowledge checks and such. So very interesting. This basically, I mean, you still could pump your intelligence at level 4, 8, and so forth, but chances are you're gonna pump one of your main stats. But this will just innately get your intelligence quite a bit higher as you level up. And then finally, at level 20, you still get your final revelation, but it's different here. I'm surprised it doesn't change the name. Upon achieving 20th level, you achieve true enlightenment and become one of the universe. Receive a bonus on all saving throws equal to charisma modifier. You become immune to confusion, exhaustion, fatigue, nausea, and sickened effects. You can take 20 on all knowledge skill checks once per day. Should you die, 1 hour after dying, you are reborn as a living example of the summoning of your chosen philosophy. Your body reforms of all your equipment, and you return to life with maximum hit points. Wow, so you like rise up like a phoenix. That's pretty cool, actually. Granted, it's a level 20 capstone, but not bad variant. Very, very interesting take. All right, let's go ahead and move on. All right, so now we have Lone Strider. Let's see. All right. A Lone Strider is a recluse who gained her oracular powers from isolation in a deep desert or on a mountain peak or in another secluded location. A connection to untraveled places gives the Lone Strider powers to evade his enemies. Interesting. So this is like when I think like the Oracle of Delphi or something, when they're all in isolation under towers up in the mountains and whatever. Not necessarily towers, but they're temples in the mountains. So that's what I just instinctively think when I think of this. So let's take a look at the special abilities and differences. So you still get your Oracle Curse at level 1. I can already see you don't get a Revelation at level 1 like normal. You get your normal Oracle proficiencies. You're going to get to choose those additional spells again, either all cures or inflicts. But here's your first difference. You get Recluse's Stride. Your base speed increased by 10 feet at 5th level once per round When leaving a square, you treat the square as though it isn't threatened by any opponents that you can see. At 10th level, you can teleport to a medium distance as a move action. You can teleport to a number of times per day equal to 3 plus your charisma modifier. So basically, you can't hold this class down. They can teleport, they can move without proccing attacks of opportunity. Gives a lot of freedom of movement there. And then you're still going to get your mystery here, so not too much of a sacrifice. Now, here's the next change at level 7. You get, instead of a revelation, you get fade from memory. Whenever there are no enemies within 10 feet, you gain 20% concealment for 1 round as a free action. At 14th level, you instead gain 50% concealment for 1 round. You can use this ability a number of times per day equal to your Oracle level. Interesting. It's only for 1 round. So that's. I wonder if you can just continuously toggle this, or just keeps using up the rounds and you just stay having that concealment. I'm assuming you can. That's how most of these kind of features seem to work in this game. You'll definitely burn through them quite quickly if you're playing in the real-time gameplay. All right, and then here's just a notation of the upgrade at level 14. And at 20th level, you get a normal standard revelation that's going to depend on what you chose at level 1. So those are the main things for the most part: mobility, teleportation, concealment. Kind of very in line with the RP of the description. All right, let's move on. Next, we got Possessed Oracle. Ooh. Some oracles are possessed by spirits, demons, or similar beings. Instead of drawing her powers from deities, a possessed oracle has these otherworldly forces work their magic through her. Fun. So, level 1, first big change is something called Two Minds. You gain a +2 bonus on saving throws against mind affecting effects. And at 7th, it's going to increase to +4. Basic, but makes sense. Really good. Obviously, don't get mind controlled and such. You get normal oracle proficiencies, normal mystery, normal additional spells feature. And then the second difference here, level 1 is Powerless Prophecy. You're forewarned. I think they have this. I take that back. I think they have this. They don't have. I don't think they have this. I'm just going to really quickly double check. I don't know why I think that they may have this. No, they do not. Okay. Here we go. So, Powerless Prophecy. This is cool. You're forewarned of danger but can't act to prevent it. You gain Uncanny Dodge as the Rogue class feature, but you are staggered for the entire first round of combat. At 5th level, you gain a +4 insight bonus on initiative checks. At 10th level, you gain Improved Uncanny Dodge as the Rogue ability, using your Oracle level as your Rogue level. So that's when you're calculating whether you can, be backstabbed, etc. Normally, other rogue has to be 4 levels above you or more. So here, just saying the Oracle level is factored in for that same calculation. And at 15th level, you get a +4 insight bonus on all of your saving throws and AC during that first round of combat. So during those first 6 seconds, even though you're kind of out of the action, at least you're protected, at least a little bit. Okay, and then it looks like outside of sacrificing that revelation at level 1, you get all of your other ones. Nothing changes here. And you're going to get that final revelation that, again, is going to be based on what you chose back earlier in your leveling experience. So, again, yet another kind of slight variant with a little bit extra flavor. So, pretty cool. And last but not least, we have Seeker. So, the Seeker. Oracles gain their magical powers through strange and mysterious ways, be they chosen by fate or blood. While most might be content with strange powers, some oracles join the Pathfinders specifically find out more about their mysteries and determine the genesis and history of their eldritch talents. These spellcasters are known as seekers after their obsession with researching ancient texts and obscure ruins, any clues they can find about their heritage and histories. So, let's see the changes. All right, so you are going to be sacrificing some revelations, but as a normal Oracle, you do get to pick Revelation at level 1. You still get an Oracle's Curse as normal. You have normal Oracle proficiencies. Normally pick a mystery. Get your additional spell options. And all those aforementioned features. Again, remember, check out the core Oracle section via the timestamps below so you can get a full understanding of those features. And then you get Seeker's Trap Finding, which is new. So, Seekers often look to ancient devices, old tombs, and strange magical items in order to learn more about the Oracle mysteries. As a result of this curiosity and thanks to an innate knack at deciphering the strange and weird, a Seeker gains Trickery as a class skill. In addition, at first level, a Seeker adds half his Oracle level on Trickery skill checks, minimum +1. Also, it looks like you're going to get 3 bonus feats at level 5, 10, and 15. And it has to be one of the following: Augment Summoning, Superior Summoning, Combat Casting, Greater Elemental Focus, Greater Spell Focus, Greater Spell Penetration, Meta Magic Empower Spell, Meta Magic Extend Spell, Meta Magic Heighten Spell, Meta Magic Maximize Spell, Meta Magic Quickening Spell, Meta Magic Reach Spell, Elemental Focus, Spell Penetration, or Spell Specialization. So again, as you level up, you will get access to 3 of these. And at 20th level, just like with the base Oracle, you're going to get your final revelation. So again, yet another twist on the classic Oracle. And those are the Oracle classes. Again, as I mentioned, really where the diversity comes from are going to be your Oracle curses, mysteries, and revelations. I will be creating a separate video for that. Once that's posted, I will link it into this video as well. But do look for that coming in most likely in the next day or two. Hope you guys enjoy this content. This is Leeroy from Leeroy Gaming, and I will see you all in the next video.